Assalamu alaikum students. This is your instructor Muhammad Umar Khattak, and this is our course Organizational Theory and Behavior. We'll be starting lecture number 9, studying Foundations of Individual Behavior. What is ability? Ability is an individual's capacity to perform various tasks on the job. It is the current assessment of what we can do. There are two types of abilities: intellectual ability, physical ability. Now, contrary to what we were taught in schools, we aren't all created equal. Most people are to the left or to the right of the median on some normally distributed ability curve. For example, regardless of how motivated you are, it is unlikely that you can act as well as Kajol, play cricket as well as Shahid Afridi, write as well as J.K. Rowling, or play the guitar as well as Jimi Hendrix. Of course, just because we aren't all equal in abilities does not imply that some individuals are inherently inferior to others. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses in terms of ability that make him or her relatively superior or inferior to others in performing certain tasks or activities. From management's standpoint, the issue is not whether people differ in terms of their abilities, they clearly do. The issue is knowing how people differ in abilities and using that knowledge to increase the likelihood that an employee will perform his or her job well. Intellectual ability. It is the ability to do mental activities, that is, thinking, reasoning, and problem solving. There are 7 different types of intellectual abilities: number aptitude, verbal comprehension, perceptual speed, inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning, spatial visualization, and memory. People in most society place a high value on intelligence, and for good reason. Compared to others, smart people generally earn more money and attain higher levels of education. Smart people are also more likely to emerge as leaders of groups. Intelligence quotient IQ tests, for example, are designed to ascertain a person's general intellectual abilities. So too are popular college admission tests such as NAT, GAT, SAT, and graduate admission tests in business and medicine. Number aptitude. Number aptitude is the ability to do speedy and accurate arithmetics. Verbal comprehension. Verbal comprehension is the ability to understand what is read or heard and the relationship of words to each other. Perceptual speed. Perceptual speed is the ability to identify visual similarities quickly and accurately. Inductive reasoning. Ability to identify a logical sequence in a problem and then solve the problem. Spatial visualization. Ability to imagine how an object would look if its position in space were changed. Deductive reasoning. Ability to use logic and assess implications of an argument. Memory. Ability to retain and recall past experiences. Conclusion. Intelligence dimensions are positively related. The correlations are not perfect, but high enough that researchers have organized a general factor of intelligence. Jobs differ in demands they place on incumbents to use their intellectual abilities. While intelligence is a big help in performing job well, it doesn't make people happier or satisfied with their jobs. The correlation between intelligence and job satisfaction is about zero. Physical ability. The capacity to do tasks that demand stamina, dexterity, strength, and other similar characteristics. There are 9 basic types of physical abilities which involve strength and flexibility. Strength factors. Dynamic strength. Ability to exert muscular force repeatedly or continuously over time. Trunk strength. Ability to exert muscular strength using the trunk, particularly abdominal muscles. Strength factors. Static strength. Ability to exert force against external objects. Explosive strength. Ability to expand a maximum of energy in one or a series of explosive acts. Flexibility factors. Extent flexibility. Ability to move the trunk and back muscles as far as possible. Dynamic flexibility. Ability to make rapid, repeated flexing movements. Other factors. Body coordination. Ability to coordinate the simultaneous actions of different parts of the body. Balance ability. To maintain equilibrium despite forces pulling off balance. Stamina ability. To continue maximum effort requiring prolonged effort over time. Conclusion. Individuals differ in the extent to which they have each of these abilities. There is little relationship among them. A high score on one is no assurance of a high score on others. Biographical characteristics. Personal characteristics such as age, gender, race, and length of tenure that are objectively and easily obtained from personal records. Age. The relationship between age and job performance has been an issue for centuries. Specifically, declining job performance has been correlated with increasing age. Gender. Few issues initiate more debate, misconceptions, and unsupported opinions that whether women perform as well as on job as men do. There are no consistent male-female differences in problem-solving ability, analytical skills, or competitive drive, motivation, or learning ability. Race. Race is the genetic heritage that people are born into. For example, Pashtuns, Baloch, Kashmiris, Chinese, Africans, and Indians. These are all races. Race is a controversial issue because it has always evoked some discrimination when dealing with issue of interest and well-being. Social group. Religion, domiciles, tribes, and castes are types of social group that people easily associate themselves with. Quotas and reservations are examples of government policies to improve the conditions of the impoverished social groups. Tenure. Tenure is expressed as work experience. It can be a good predictor of employee productivity. Experienced employees are expected to behave according to the policies of the organization. References are an indication of the quality of tenure spent in the previous job. Sexual orientation and gender identity. People having different than usual sexual preferences, for example, LGTB, lesbians, gay, transsexuals, and bisexuals, usually countries do not have laws to protect these people from discrimination. Some people identify themselves as of opposite gender and undergo gender change operations. Often they are called as transgender employees. The end. And thank you.